What is going on, everybody? This is Mike Hughes, and you're listening to Mike on the Mic, everything sports-related podcast. We're here again today with a new title for Brennen Davis. It's All-Star Futures MVP. He's an all-star now. He's making big moves. We all said he would do it back in January. We last talked to him. Brennen, what's life been like for you? You know, you're finally – it's the talent speaking for itself. How's everything been?
Things have been great, man. Working hard down in here in Knoxville, and hard work's paying off. So I'm happy where I'm at and excited for the future.
Right. And, you know, last time we talked, obviously what we talked about is somewhat coming true now. You know, we're talking about guys that are getting traded away at the Cubs deadline. We're not going to talk too deep into like who's staying, who's going. We still don't know. But the first progress already started. There's a spot out there. Jock Peterson's gone. He's back in Atlanta. We already know about that. Ian Happ, we're not going to speak down on him, but we're just saying, the spots are open in the outfield. So with you being as confident as you are right now in your game and how you've been doing, how excited are you for that? What is the timeline you're looking forward to? And just what's your process with all that?
Yeah. So, I really try not to look into the trades and all that, because I feel like I just want to be ready for when my name is called. I don't want to. None of that really means anything to me, if that makes sense, because it's like I want to play my game, be ready when my name's called, and help the team win when I have the chance presented to me.
Definitely. And, I know that's just me. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you stay humble. I don't know how you stay so down to earth, because if that was happening with me, I'd be thinking about it nonstop 24/7. But, you have new teammates now, obviously guys you've known for a while, but you're finally up there playing with them. We got Miguel Amaya, obviously Chase, Braylon, so many other people that, when your numbers are called eventually, we all know it's going to happen eventually. Are you happy that you're finally kind of on this competitive drive with them and the team's looking really nice? Like, how has that been transitioning to Tennessee, and how's it been any different?
Yeah, so I mean, it's definitely hard because there has been some guys banged up because Amaya's not here, Braylon's not here, so it's kind of me, Chase, and all the other guys. So we're kind of grinding with what we have and making the most of it and just finding ways to win, because that's baseball. Guys go down and the next guy steps up and either gets the job done or find somebody who does.
Definitely. And with you, and I feel like it might just be me thinking this, but with you, I feel like there's so many different things going on with you. I see you doing all these podcasts for other channels, doing all these big things. I just wanted to ask you, is there anything outside of baseball that's just been catching your eye lately, whether it be golf, whether it be, podcasting, whatever it may be?
No, I definitely try to do as many podcasts or interviews as possible, because I definitely want to work on my public speaking. So that's kind of a big thing for me, and improving any way I can. And I put a halt on the golf. We're going to wait till the off season for that. So Tiger Woods will be back. Don't worry. But other than that, I've just been trying to keep my body healthy, trying to stay locked in for the season. Nothing really crazy going on. Big movie guy, so I've been crushing movies after baseball games.
Mm-hmm. Have you checked out Space Jam lately?
No, my buddies are actually watching it in there right now.
Right now? Dude, if you want to, Brennen, if you want to leave right now, bro, you can leave right now. And I wouldn't even.
All right, yeah. It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure. But in all seriousness, we did mention at the beginning of this podcast, and you go to the Futures game and you meet so many people. Before we even talk about the game in itself, because I know you're so humble, but I'm gonna toot your own horn for you. But before we get into that, what was it like playing with some of the Futures best? And was there anybody that really caught your eye or you had a great conversation with?
I mean, being around that group of guys is unbelievable, and being around that kind of talent, and you see all these guys' names on MLB Pipeline and all this stuff every day doing something cool. So to be in the same playing environment and be around guys of that caliber was really the coolest part of the whole thing, because those are guys that I want to play with and against in the future. It's just really cool.
Right. And, and we're going to do it. We're going to do it to you. I know you want to stay humble. You don't want to talk about it, but 2 home runs in the All-Star Futures game, you win MVP. What's that feeling like, And as a Cubs fan, like, I understand, like, your name isn't up there in the pipeline until it's up there. There's a lot of guys, Baez, Contreras, that were so low down. And then out of nowhere, they just jump up to the top 50, whether it may be, through just a great season or a great all-star performance, whatever it may be. We all knew who you were. Everybody in the pipeline definitely does, but your name has certainly been up there even more now than it is. Have you seen a jump in following or any of that? Like, what was that like after the all-star game?
I mean, you definitely get a little more attention when you win any kind of MVP. So I don't know. I try not to look too much into it because it really doesn't mean much other than other people's opinions. And the only opinion that really matters is the Cubs to me. So
right.
It's kind of hard to like put into perspective. It's like the whole ranking thing, like perfect game when you're getting drafted and all that. None of that really matters. What matters is having a team fall in love with you and be willing to invest in you. So end of the day, I want to be a big leaguer. I don't want to be a prospect. So
right. Definitely. And, I saw you met Ken Griffey. I think that's the coolest thing that you literally the coolest thing. What was that experience like? Was there a conversation there? How'd that go?
They tried to ask me what it was like to meet Ken Griffey, like in my post-game interview, like I could put that into words. It's
right.
Just,
no, yeah. It was literally like, what, 5 seconds later?
Yeah. I was like, it's Ken Griffey.
Right.
Like it's something you grow up watching the guy on TV and all his highlights and do everything. And then to be able to be in a position to where he's awarding me a trophy in the sense, it's pretty awesome.
Right. And I mean, for you, and we talked about it, back in, what was it, the Super Bowl? It was literally the same day as the Super Bowl when me and you first started talking. And it was, we're talking about the future and we're talking about everything you have planned. And like you said earlier, like it means nothing until you're there. But for you, I feel like, there's just so much more than baseball. And I feel like, you're doing so many things. For you, like, what is your biggest goal? Has it changed? Your goal when we last talked was, I just want to play my game to the best ability that I can. Hopefully, there's no second coming of COVID, all that's been going well. Has the goal changed, or is it still the same mindset, same everything?
Yeah. I mean, same mindset. Just want to do what I know I can do out there and really, really help. I mean, ultimately I'm trying to, I think playoffs are back in effect. So, I mean, if we can get to a playoff run, that would be awesome. Like you gotta take the game step by step, and looking at the bigger picture pulls you out of what you're doing right now. And you have to enjoy the process and enjoy the journey. So I'm really excited what this team has to offer, and I hope we can make a playoff push. That'd be awesome.
Most definitely. And if you start making one, I might have to come down there. I might have to come down there and check out a couple games. We might have to do something there. But what I wanted to ask you too is, we talked about like, favorite teammates, favorite pregame rituals, all that stuff back then. Has anything changed in Tennessee? Do you have any spots? Do you have any locations that you just love being in? Have you found your niche in Tennessee, basically?
It's kind of hard because we only get one day off, but I definitely say Market Square is kind of like their downtown little eating area, and that's a pretty cool place to be.
Yeah.
And I love hanging out with all the teammates. So I play cards, pitchers. I golf with my golf group. I play video games with my other group. It's just everybody has their own little thing, and I try to be a part of it all.
Right. You're just like, you're in every inner circle. That's pretty dope. But for you, like players you've like encountered with, who do you think you have the best relationship right now? I know that's kind of putting you on the spot. You don't have to answer it if you don't want to, but is there anybody like you recently met that you're like, well, this is my guy?
I feel like I definitely bond a little closer with the guys that I'm rooming with. So my roommates right now are Nelson Maldonado, Levi Jordan, Andy Weber, and Cam Ballego. And then on road trips, I'm roommates with Chase Strump. So those are the guys I'm around the most. So I definitely have a little bit deeper connection with them right now. But I love all the guys on the team.
Definitely. And I know you want to get back in there. You want to watch the movie. We'll keep it short today. I have one final question for you, Brennen. And I know you're very modest. You're very, humble. We love that about you. Everybody loves that about you. But I gotta ask, those September call-ups are real. And if it were to happen, what does it mean to you to know? I know it's every day you just, play your game the best you can and you just wait for that call up. But if that September call up or maybe spring training next year, what does it mean to you knowing now you're this close?
I mean, it's awesome. I've worked all my life to get to this point and put myself in a position to be successful. And it's pretty surreal that hopefully in the future I have the opportunity. So it's hard to put into words, but it is really awesome.
All right, Brennen. Well, thank you for coming on the show again. I don't want to keep you for too long. I know today's your only off day, but thank you for taking the time, man.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
All right, man. Talk to you later.
Sounds good. Appreciate it.